Ashley, and I'm a student here. I'm a freshman here this year, and I moved here 5 years ago, about 6 years ago when I was 12 years old. So it's gonna be 7 years during the summer. And I'm actually going to visit Bangladesh this summer after all these years because I haven't went. Yeah, and the Eileen doing like she was Miss Eileen. She was here to help us. She knows like what we've been through. She helps my mom and everything. And yeah, so I'm just gonna tell you a little bit about my country, where I'm from, and that's Bangladesh. And I hope you like it. So this is the flag. It's the green flag with the red dot in the middle. It's really simple. And if you didn't know, Bangladesh and India were the same country before they had a war with Pakistan and they separated. Which I always get like people ask me where are you from. The first thing they ask me, are you Hispanic? I'm like, no, I'm from South Asia. Also India. I'm like, no, from Bangladesh. And then they'll be like, okay, so isn't India? I'm like, it was, but it's not anymore because it's separated. And so the flag, so this phrase is Amar Shonar Bangla, which means my golden Bangla. We fought for our language, for our culture. So for us, the flag and this language means everything. We can't lose everything. Like this is everything. We take it really seriously. We take our language. We respect it like it's our own religion. That's like really serious for us. And then this is the map. If you look in the whole world map or in the continent Asia, it's gonna look a little dot. It's not that big, it's really small. And you see Dhaka in the middle. This is where I'm from. I grew up in the capital. I was raised for 11 years in the capital. And for it's more the mountains. And then the most famous mountain in my country is the Himalayan mountains, which looks like and over 350,000 people from different countries goes to visit the mountain each year. And it looks like this. So from the mountain, you see snow on the second mountain. So from this side, this is Bangladesh. But if you stand on the side that is, you see the snow, that's India. So see, if you go back to the map, then you can see how Bangladesh is surrounded by India. There's Burma, India, Nepal. That's why the mountain is the separation between India and Bangladesh, only on one side, not on all of the side. Um, and it's really steep. It's really steep. We don't usually hike mountains there like we do here. It's really dangerous. They don't take care of they don't. It's really dangerous enough to wherever someone goes to hike, something always happens. So we just don't go. And there's this one, the soil for this mountain. You step on it, and they're just automatically like you can't stand still in this mountain, and you can see there's still people who lives there. They work really hard, and they own like probably farms and things to make their daily earning. And then we have the famous tea garden, which is in the mountain areas, and then we never import tea dust from any countries. So in fact, we actually have a lot of extra tea dust, which we import to other countries. And I think London and Nepal, they're the main ones that actually buys the tea leaves from us. And this is what it looks like. This is just one of them. And we have 7 main rivers, and I'll try to pronounce them slowly so you guys can understand. So we have Padma, Meghna, Jamuna, Buriganga, Shoitaloka, Sharma, and Brahmaputra. I only seen 3 of them. I've seen the last one and the third one and the fourth one. The first one is really is the biggest one, and it kind of looks. And then there's 50 other small rivers, and we have this big ocean called the Bangladesh, which in English you can say the Bay of Bengal. It kind of looks like this. This is the Padma River, and this is the Bangladesh. And for the language, we speak Bengali. In English is Bengali. If you wanted to say in Bangladesh, it will be Bangla. And we never ever use slang with anyone but our families. Even with friends, we have to use the proper side of the Bangla. We never use slang, never use shortcuts. Even when we text, we have to use the proper. We have to use all the punctuation, commas, period. We just don't use slangs. And then for foods, we have this phrase called mache bhate Bengali, which basically means fish plus rice equals Bengali. So in the 1800s, that's all we ate, just rice and fish, rice and fish, rice and fish. And that's like kind of our main thing. So whenever in 1971 is our Independence Day, that's when we dress up wearing red saris. There's a picture of saris later, you see. And then we dress up our traditional ways and we eat rice and fish that day to celebrate our Independence Day, just 1971 in 21st December. And then this is a picture of what we eat. So there's the chilies. Yeah, I love spicy foods. There's chilies. And then this is actually kind of mashed potatoes. And they add hulud, which is kind of like coloring for your food. And then in the middle, the fish is hilsa fish. That's our national fish. And we also eat it in a pot made of soil or like mud. And this is like a fish curry. I'm sure all of you heard of this before. But there's more. This is like a snack. It's a dessert. Dessert. And this is my favorite one. This is so spicy. And I almost die every time I eat it, but I love it so much. I eat it all the time. You can see this. You can tell by just looking at it how spicy it is. And music and dances, we have both modern and traditional dances. I actually dance, when I dance, I do the classical more than I do the modern one. Usually for modern, we do jazz and hip hop. This is the most, jazz and hip hop, they're the famous one. And then we have the traditional one. And this is what the instrument would look like if you were in a band back in the day. And then this was before this instrument was invented by the caveman in the 1800s. And women wear sari, salwar kameez, burqa, fotwa. The men wear shorts, fotwa, Punjabi, blazer shirt with coat. It also depends on the religion you are. I'm Catholic, so you can dress up like this. But for different religions, there's different kind of dressing. Because our main religion is Islam in Bangladesh. So you'll see mostly, and then there's Hinduism, Buddhism, but the three main is Christian, Islam, and Hindu. But your dressing and what you eat and how you talk, your accent, it doesn't depend on where you live like it is here. It depends on the kind of religion you are. That's how it depends on. And this is the traditional way. The picture on the side left would be a traditional dance. That's how we dress up during our Independence Day. And then this picture is just a modern bride. If you were to get married, you can wear a gown, you can wear this, you can wear both on the reception. And then this is more examples of the clothing that we wear. This is for guys. Guys usually wear a shirt and pants, like here. And then the picture on that side, that's a more traditional one. And this is the more traditional dresses for weddings. And for school and colleges, we have both private and public, but more kids tend to go to private school more than public school. And then both schools has uniforms. It doesn't matter if it's public or private, and they're both really strict. This is the one that I went to when I was in 7th grade. And we don't have middle school there. So we have the primary, which is grade 1st to 5th. And then we have the high school from grade 6th to 10th, and then we go straight to college. It's really different, and then we wear uniform, and we have to wear our hair a certain way. We can't wear nails, we can't wear makeup in school. It's really strict. And yeah, that's all. Thank you for your time. Did you have any questions I can answer maybe? Yes.
Ashley, I've been reading that the land is so low that there's more and more flooding now.
Yes, so do you remember the mountain I showed you, the Himalayan? That's surrounded all around the country. So wherever we get rainfall, we get rain a lot. It doesn't matter which season, we get rain a lot, and then we don't have enough drains. So we have poverty. There's a big issue in Bangladesh. So people are not educated enough to build drains to move the water around, and everything is the population is really big, really big compared to the sizes of the places, so people can move around, and the water is just trapped there. There's nowhere it can go. So yeah, and we have a lot of hurricane earthquakes on that side, a lot of them, more than we have here. Yeah. Yes.
On your map, you showed Cox's Bazar.
Yes.
That's the area where you have now refugee camps where Muslims come over from Myanmar.
Yes.
Talk a little bit about that. How Bangladesh is responding to refugee camps.
So for that, it's more of a tourist spot than a refugee spot. For the refugees, and usually they stay in Dhaka. We have this one town just for them, in the capital. For the Cox's Bazar, they don't put the refugees there because it's really dangerous. Like for the natural disaster, for the earthquakes and hurricane, it happens all the time. And there's actually certain times that tell you like you're banned from going there because you're gonna die if you go. They don't actually put like people. They don't put any people there. Then if you go to visit, they'll stop you and then they'll say come back another time. So they don't want to put them in danger. So I don't think right now, they used to, but like right now, I don't think they put any refugees or anyone in Cox's Bazar. Probably in the mountain areas, just like Sylhet, like where the tea garden is, that's where most of the refugees stays. But mostly in the capital. They have a whole separate town just for the refugees. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, have you guys been colonized? If yes, by who? And what's the governing system in Bangladesh?
So Bangladesh is not diverse at all. So it's not.
Have you been colonized by England or?
No, not yet. No, no, we never been colonized before.
What's the governing system? Are you? Do you have president? Do you have government?
We have prime minister.
Okay.
The president is not the main thing like it is here. With the prime minister, and they're the one that kind of we call them like king of the country. It's kind of like the old system where whatever the king says it goes. So we don't have the Senate or the House of Representatives to suggest ideas for the president, or we don't have voting. We have voting system for the prime minister, but we don't have a separate group that makes the law and then to review the law. We don't have like that system.
You don't have a parliament?
No. Yeah.
When it was India,
Mm-hmm.
it was governed by Britain very way back
Mm-hmm.
in the 19th century.
Yeah.
20th
Yep.
century.
Yes. Yes.
I know earlier when you started presenting, you talk about that you got fought for your culture and your language, right?
Yes.
Was that because India wanted to,
So it actually because
take over?
Pakistan wanted to take over India and Bangladesh.
Oh,
So they wanted to. It was a year-long war. Like they would rape women. They would kill children in front of their mothers, and they would torture us and make us do all the labor work, and they can rule. But we fought for, and the main thing they wanted to take our language away, and they wanted us to speak their language. But we fought for that, and it was a year-long war. They started in 1970 and they ended in 1971.
did you guys get any help, any foreign help, like United?
No, we did not. It was just us.
Okay.
That's why we have big pride on our language. Yeah. Mhm. Yes.
What brought you and your family to the United States?
Actually, most of our families lives here. So my uncle and I have two uncles, and they moved here when my dad was a toddler. And my grandmother recently moved. My grandmother moved 5 years before we moved here. So we just had all of our families here, and we were kind of the only ones left in Bangladesh. So we just moved here too. And then sometimes we go to visit Bangladesh. But yeah. Also, the education system is definitely better than how it is in Bangladesh. Bangladesh is way stricter, and you don't focus on any sports. All you do is just go to school, you study. You don't have time to work or anything. You just study and study and study, which is pointless, because what we study, it doesn't help us in the future. Unlike here, we have sports, we have gym in school, and then we have labs. In Bangladesh, you go in and you study. There's a big thing. We don't pay attention to anything but studying, all the students. And that's why the students in Bangladesh have high suicide rates, because if they fail one subject, that's like the end of the world. It's really strict. And we have, as I said, we have uniforms. So everything is so strict. It's like, unless you see it, you're not gonna believe it. So yeah, that was another reason why my parents wanted me and my brother to have good future for ourselves. And I'm actually doing biochemistry here. I'm gonna go to medical school. My brother is doing engineering, and he's trying to go to the Navy before he goes to engineering school. So yeah. Yes.
Can you comment or elaborate on the status of women in Bangladesh? Are there women in parliament, for example? So
it was before. Right now, I'm trying to think of how can I put this. So definitely in poor villages, like people that are not educated in small areas. It also depends on religion. If you're Hindu or Muslim, they have their certain way of getting married at a certain age. But right now, in this year, right at this time, it doesn't. It's just like it is here. We don't discriminate women that much anymore. Which has really gotten better, and I'm really thankful for it. I'm sorry for my accent, by the way, if you guys can.
is the rule of law in Bangladesh based on the British system?
No, it's not. No.
So it's not Islamic law, or?
No, it's not. Yes.
Can a woman be president one day in Bangladesh?
The woman is a prime minister.
Oh.
And she's been a prime minister for, I'm guessing 4 years, 4 or 5 years. Yes. And she was actually the daughter of Sheikh Mujibur Rahman, and he was the leader that got us our independence for our language. So she was his daughter, and then after he passed away, she took over, and she's still ruling the country.
But in the administration, do you have more women? Like,
yes, definitely. Our teachers are women. In workplaces, there are women. In labor places, there are women. Mostly women's. Anything else? Yes.
Describe a little more about your economy. You talked about exporting tea.
Mm-hmm.
Are there other exports or other major sectors of the economy?
So we do export things. We sell teas, we sell fabrics, garments. Like, I go to Kohl's all the time, and most of the dresses are made in Bangladesh. I always check the tag before I buy something. We export a lot of things, barely import. Because we're not used to, because the temperature and the environment is so different, we would never be able to wear the clothing here in Bangladesh because it's too hot, and the fabric here is way too. Yeah. We mostly export than import.
We know that coastal flooding is a big issue
Mm-hmm.
in the country. What are some of the other environmental issues that we're dealing with?
Rain, we have our trees falls down really quickly, and in the big cities, we have more population than the actual than what we should have, which is cutting down more trees and building houses and places to stay, which is actually making the soil on the ground weaker. Then, so there's events. A couple events happened recently that a bridge would fall down because of how weak the ground is. Because we don't have enough trees to hold them together, or enough tree roots to hold them together. And the only thing we have is we have a lot of natural disaster, a lot. And it's all buildings made of bricks. So if one falls, then the one next to it is gonna fall too. That's why it's really bad, because there's no space in between. It's really crowded.
You have a national program of health insurance.
I do not know about that yet, because I've been here since I was a kid, so I'm more used to it here than in Bangladesh. I'm sure my mom and dad, they're used to it. They probably know more than me, but I'm not sure about that at this moment. Oh, sorry about that.